Yo, welcome to another edition of the Mo City Podcast, hosted by yours truly, Big Chuck, live from Mo City Studios in the heart of Mo City, Texas, man. And y'all know what it is, man. It's the place where I try to politic with anybody from the Mo, anybody passing through the Mo, anybody in the Mo right now got something cracking, man. And today, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited because today, man, I got one of my throwback partners in here. I'm talking about high school days. Before that, man, I'm talking about skipping school. I'm talking about, man, all of the above, bro. Just
don't give them all the guys,
man. Terrorizing Mo City, terrorizing Mo City, man. So right now, man, if you from the Mo, man, if you in BG, man, I need y'all to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Look at you, a fashion creator out here, man. Pay attention. We about to drop some gems. Man, I call them VAR. You know what I'm saying? The hood know him as Lavar Jenkins, man. Got him in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Appreciate you pulling up to the spot, fam. You know what I'm saying? Going down, dog. Y'all don't understand. Like, this has been a long time making. When I first launched it, he said, Chuck, when you gonna get me on there, fam? You know we got the politics. I said, bro.
You got you.
I'm just getting it going, man. Give me some time. And that time is here. You know what I'm saying? Now we in the building, man. So I got VAR in here, man. What's good, fam? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm above the dirt and I'm a free man, and I got a roof over my head.
And it's crazy because those be the stuff that we be taking for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas wake up every day mad. Like, man, I gotta go do this. I wake up like, bro, thank you for waking me up, Lord. You know what I'm saying?
First and foremost,
thank you for waking me up. And now I got an opportunity to go try it again. You know what I'm saying? To try it again. That boy said another one. He said, man, I got a roof over my head. That's one of them things people be taking for granted. You know what I'm saying? They be complaining about their living situations and this and that. Man, you got one. Because I was telling one of my young boys today that every time I feel bad about something, I can just think about people who got it worse than me. You know what I'm saying?
And those experiences where we learning from people
exactly
that are not in the same position that you're in,
or it's been in that position before.
Exactly. You can't. You have to be able to learn something from every level. Like my partner Archie Hersheywood, stand up.
Archie Lee was cracking, fam.
Yeah, he said something today on social media. He was like, man, your life should be lived 33, 33, 33. Okay. Those percentages stand for you're supposed to hang with somebody 33% of the time that knows more than you or is in a better position than you. 33% of the time should be spent with somebody that you consider your equal on the same level. And you should hang 33% of the time with somebody that
try to bring them up.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
And exactly, you're supposed to be learning something, motivating somebody, and pulling somebody up.
Actually, that's tough.
But at the same time, like I came to him and I was like, hey, I completely believe in what you're saying, but at the same time, you're supposed to be able to learn something on all three of them levels as well.
Oh, it's guaranteed you can learn something from the dude at the lower 33%.
Yeah, you got to.
I tell people, man, in a similar kind of logic, right? Evaluate your top five. Yeah. Like, look in your phone. Who is the top five contacts who you always talking to all the time?
You can't be no greater than that.
Than them, you know what I'm saying? And so if your top five is not people who pouring into you, inspiring you, helping you get to the next play, if your top five include people who hating, who gossiping, then that's gonna work. Then you probably a hater. You probably gossiping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If your top five include people getting money and making stuff happen, then you probably getting money and making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? And so,
correct.
So, man, who I keep in my circle is extremely important, fam.
Right.
It's extremely important, bro, because like I don't need negative energy rubbing off on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Attitudes and behaviors and spirits are contagious.
Oh, they very contagious and they transfer easy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so man, that's what's up, bro. Mo City Podcast, Big Chuck. I'm in here with my throwback partner, VAR, Mo City. So let's talk about the Mo. Let's go back there for a minute, bro.
Come on, run it.
I'm looking at you, man. I got visions of school days, man. I got visions of running through the lockers, man. I got visions of all that, bro. So just talk about that for a moment. When you came to the Mo, how long you been? Was you out here in elementary school, or you came later?
I came to Mo City at 3 years old.
Okay, born and raised in the Mo. Then.
Yeah.
So I was born before school. You was in the Mo.
I was born in Richmond, Texas.
Okay.
We moved to South Park.
Okay.
Stayed in South Park till I was 3 years old. We came out here to Mo City.
Man, that's the play. It seemed like so many people from the Mo came from South Park.
Yeah.
Came from Sunnyside, came from the Trey, you know what I'm saying? And then moved over to the Mo.
Yeah.
Okay, so you moved to the Mo 3 years old. So first school was what, BG Elementary? You moved straight to
Bridegate Elementary. Bridegate Elementary. Yes.
Man, so it's interesting, right? You know JT. JT usually here. He might pull up a little later. But I had JT, we was politicking. I had BJ on here, we was politicking.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that most niggas I know from BG got this in common, right? Y'all had the challenges of Section 8 living, right? You had duplexes over here, you got townhomes over here, and then you got like regular in the middle. And so how was that dynamic in BG coming up?
Okay, truth be told, when we came to Mo City, we stayed in the house. We stayed on Raven Trail.
Okay.
I stayed around the corner from a couple of famous and infamous people. Shout out to my bro Pee Wee, man. Shout out to Keisha. Shout out to Reggie, man.
Hey, it was good.
You know, hey, man. I stayed around the corner from them. I right there where they just opened the Beltway over there on Fuquay in the Beltway.
Okay, right there.
When it was a roadblock before that 10-year plan came, and it was all you had to stop right there.
Yeah, wasn't no getting to the other side. Wasn't no shortcut to home Clark. You know what I'm saying?
That was it. I stayed there. Then my people, they went through it.
That's throwback. Y'all gotta understand. This is like the 80s.
Yeah, early
80s. Yeah.
Eating a box of cereal on Saturday morning, watching your cartoon. That era. Yeah,
man.
You know, and during that time, shout out to BJ. He was at Bridegate Elementary with me too. That used to be my spending the night partner. All that there. So we from that point when my parents split up, we actually moved back to Richmond, Texas, where my mom is from.
Okay, she had to go back home for a minute.
Yeah, before we went out there for a second. But my dad, stand-up guy, man. Love you, Bobby Jenkins. He actually,
Pops, man.
Yeah, he actually commuted us every morning from Richmond, Texas, back out here to we was going to Bridegate, like just still using the old address. Hoping these folks ain't fine.
Hey, there's so many people in the mall.
Sacrifice.
Man,
the
sacrifice, that, bro. Let me
use
your address, fam.
Yeah, we really was just freestyling. We was using the original address, just hoping ain't nobody. They, you know, they had to break up. Was like, nah, they don't stay here no more. Type. But yeah, we did. We went out there and then came back. My 5th grade year. That's when when we came back. My 5th grade year. Went to E.A. Jones because I moved in a town.
Okay.
So my last year elementary I went to Bridegate and E.A. Jones.
Yeah, real Mo City cat.
And that's when if anybody know me, when the townhomes came into my life, a lot of things changed.
A lot of things. So look,
a lot of things changed.
So my brief history, when we came, we was my mom and dad was together living in Ridgemont.
Got you.
We was in Ridgemont, you know what I'm saying? Dietrich Lane type business. And then they split when I was in elementary as well.
Got you.
And so when they split, my dad moved on. Me and my mom ended up moving to BGT. So me, my baby sister, we moved from Ridgemont to Bridegate Townhomes.
Versatile.
Yeah, we was in the townhomes for probably a good year. And then we left there and moved to Deuce Glen. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that started me at Mo City Middle School and all of that there.
Right.
So it seemed like a lot of people spent a brief stint in BGT. But talk about the townhomes for a second.
Hey, man. I know I told you at the back before we went on air, there's a lot of stuff that was with nothing off limits, but it's a couple of things we might not want to discuss, but at the same time, we gonna do our best to sort of kind of like, hey.
Well, but and the disclaimer is right that we ain't glorifying nothing, no drama, nothing like that. But the whole
trying to raise,
the whole purpose is to inspire. The whole purpose is to shine some light and maybe even give some information to those who probably got it twisted. You know what I'm saying?
But like, hey, real quick, all right. We got to the townhomes, a lot of, 5th grade, you 10, 11 years old and stuff like that. You making that whole transition from elementary to junior high. With us as males, like your mama or your grandma probably used to say, oh, your nuts done dropped now. So, a lot of things happen. We got to experiment. we was over there smoking and all this stuff like that. And by the time I got to middle school, I met a couple of characters, you know, and they sort of kind of like had some extra stuff going on.
Let's see, this was Mo City, right?
Yeah. I mean, sixth grade, I was cool. 7th grade, got on the football team. Everybody, they like, okay, well, you know, ain't no more little league. We
too old for little
league. We playing big ball.
I'm gonna say football in Mo City, man. RP to Coach Martin,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
RP, man. Coach Martin. Shout out to Eric and Derek.
Man, shout out to Eric and Derek, bro. Straight up, both of y'all. Coach Martin told me, man, because I had quit the team. You know what I'm saying? I had quit the team, man. And I was like selling weed and all that kind of stuff. Coach Martin told me,
yeah, but you ain't had to quit to do it because I was playing and selling weed. I was playing and selling to the people on the team.
Well, that's the point I'm getting to. Coach Martin was like, Charles, you're just lazy. You're just lazy. Because I was like, bro. Like, and at the time, like, we ain't had no cell phones. Right. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no cell phones. It wasn't like that. I just knew that people needed packs, and I was at practice. You know what I'm saying? I knew people needed packs, and so I just started missing practice. And then one day I showed up, and he was like, bro, I ain't got you on this team no more. Man, I ain't got you on this team no more, man. RP Coach Martin, man.
Hey, good dude. Very good.
Solid dudes. All the way solid, man. Even through that, you know, my time in Mo City, he was always inspirational. He was always... You know what I'm saying? Uplifting. He was just stern, you know what I'm saying, about them sports. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of his tactics, if we used them today, he'd be out of a job.
Most people would be under a lawsuit.
He'd be out of a job.
I'm talking about Coach Lubo, you know what I'm saying?
Coach Lubajowski. Hey, boy, Mr. ISS in the flesh.
Hey, man, I spent so much time in ISS, fam.
Actually, crazy thing, I used to go to ISS to get away from the extra. I walk in ISS. I mean, before I actually started skipping, I would just make Coach Ludo, let me come sit there. I don't want to go to Miss So-and-so class. I don't like Mr. Suddy. I don't know how. Let me come sit in here, man. Like, man, is all your work done, Jake? Yeah, man, all my work done. I guarantee I got an A in this man class right now. Well, come sit your butt down there. That was my boy gonna read gonna have a Sports Illustrated magazine now, but then got a whole penthouse or something in the middle. Coach Lubo, man. Yeah.
Coach Lubo in there with the paddle. Coach Lubo got a paddle that got holes in it. So he could swing it faster. And he in there telling jokes, like, and if you laugh, you're getting popped. And he running jokes the whole time. We were in there like, oh man.
But yeah, man. But you know, the
Most City Middle School.
Yeah, man. But the townhomes, I mean, shout out to all my bros, man. All my OGs, all my bros. D, V, Evelyn Boys. Man. You know, J-Bone, John.
Shout out to, hold on, you talking about Vincent Evelyn?
Yeah.
So shout out to V, man. Look, that's my bro, right?
Yeah.
V was one of the ones. I'll put you on blast, V, and we can politic later. We had Mo City. This got to be 7th grade, end of the 7th grade year, going to 8th grade. Yeah. Right. We in Mr. Craner class.
Mr. Craner.
We in Mr. Craner class. We in wood shop class. You know what I'm saying? It's 7th period. It's the last class of the day. Boy, Evelyn walking there smelling like the jungle. And so everybody half green. Like, I got an older cousin, so I'm familiar with it. We had been selling it, you know, this and that. But I wasn't smoking.
Right.
We were just selling. Evelyn came in there lit. And then, man, that boy, man, peer pressure got me on it. I hit that J. And I remember getting on the bus right after that, sitting on the bus.
Whole episode of High.
Yeah, sitting on the bus, like, what did I get myself into? This had me out of there. And that was, and it's been, look, I've been lit ever since. So,
but you know, they gave me
shout out to you, Evelyn, bro.
Oh, man, they were the townhomes. I mean, like, they was, I mean, if you know the townhome, we ain't got to get into details. They had a whole bunch of extracurricular going on in the back. I stayed in the back with them for a while. We stayed in 3 different units.
In the townhouse?
Yeah, my dad owned 3 different units, but as we lived in one, purchased that, paid on one, lived in another one, bought that one, lived in another one, bought that one.
Man, shout out to Pops.
Yeah. So it was like when I first moved there, I stayed in the back right by them. So that was just like right there, like. And they, you know, I was going over there grabbing my little We patching up in the front. Everybody, we patching up or whatever. And I'm going grab stuff from them. Then one day I'm just like, man, that's stupid. Like why we keep coming back here buying stuff from them, bro? I'll go get my own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I started with my extra Pinky in the Brain mastermind self. I go find the plug. You know what I'm saying? So one day, by this time, we'd have migrated to the mid of the complex. So one day, we up there in the front with some other felonious cats. I ain't even finna say their names. I ain't whatever. But anyway, we chilling with them. I mean, cause we youngsters, we trying to find our way.
Right. We just
you know what I'm saying? And we know the OGs, the real deal in the back. And you can't just approach them on it's a brick wall up there. So
or you gonna get slid.
Yeah. So one day we up there chilling with these off-brand dudes. And then D and somebody else, they come up there. They was just like, say, man, bro, like, what y'all got going on up here, man?
Mm-hmm.
Like this. So we like, man, I'm really in the middle. He was like, man, he checking these other dudes. He like, hey, bro, man, people pulling up back there telling us y'all trying to flag them down and stop them from getting back there. Like, these are people like, bro, like it's gonna be a real problem. And I'm sitting up there. A couple of my other little young partners that's my age, my peers, they spooked.
Yeah, they like.
And I'm trying to figure out the business of this. I'm like, man.
They mad because y'all being shortstop.
But I'm sitting here trying to, I'm learning. I'm like, these dudes must really be doing something back there if they got a problem and to enough to come up here to the front to check them. I'm like, I start getting infatuated. I'm like, man. I say, oh, it's real over here.
Yes, sir.
So, then seen all this, and I'm still like, man, I'm finna run my play.
Mm-hmm.
If I got to get beat up, if I got to get confronted or whatever,
I would deal with it.
I'm finna deal with it, but I'm finna do my thing. But most of my stuff was at school, so I really wasn't tripping. I ain't feel like I was stepping on no toes. So one day, D come up there, he burning, he's smoking something, and I'm up there. It's just me and him. I ain't got none of my little big
gang there.
I ain't got nobody extra with him. That nigga was like, man, he said, man, you don't even be coming back there grabbing nothing no more. Like, what's up? I'm like, man, I found somebody. That nigga was like, nah, nigga, that ain't what you got going on. That nigga say, man, I tell you what, bro. He said, man, you do your thing, man. He say, but all y'all, he said, I be seeing your little clique, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Y'all make sure don't nobody get there to the back. He say, don't cut none. If you know they coming over here for me, don't cut them off. And don't anybody else that ain't supposed to be over here and our stuff. This before the gates. This when it was wide open. You just pull in. Yeah. He was like, don't let nobody get back to, man, we shouldn't have to deal with nobody in the back, man. Y'all supposed to cut all that off.
Since y'all doing it.
Yeah, since y'all doing it, y'all cut everything stop up here. If you know they come back there, let them get back there. But other than that, stop all the bullshit up front. And I'm like, say less. Bitch, we on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, we went.
Hey, shout out to the G's, man.
We went, and I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't a lot of the right lessons being learned, but it was a lot of life lessons being learned.
Oh, it was business principles.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was the camaraderie. It was the family type element.
Yeah.
It was the, having somebody that true. I'm talking about before all this old snitching, backstabbing, all this stuff that we got going on, and everybody glorifies that.
Yeah.
Before all that, when people stood on principles, you know what I'm saying? And he was in the back, man. I owe so much cultivating and so much stuff to my big bro D and my big bro V. And rest in peace. They got an older brother.
Yeah.
That met his demise. Exactly. But a lot of them, they shaped me. I mean, I remember the first time we coming from school one day. D they out there rapping. Everybody out there rapping. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing their little thing or whatever. So we sitting over there, me and my little old clique or whatever. We sitting on the little energy box. We rolling up some weed. And then
shout out to the energy boxes, Big Green. Those were the spots.
When we did homework on these.
You did everything, bro.
We shot dice on everything.
everything.
Knocked a couple of load, you know,
all
with
all of that on the green box in your backyard or easy on the corner. That's what the hang got.
But we sitting over there,
and it was hot.
What? But not this type of heat. But anyway.
Oh no, I'm talking about the box was hot.
But but still, we wasn't even in this type of heat that's going on. But
the summers. Now, cause we was outside all day, and with no way we could have been outside all day in this type of heat.
House.
Oh,
stop running in out my house.
Don't come back in until
But D came over there one day, and we called ourselves rapping, and then D came around there, and D started rapping, but he was doing. You remember the Street Military song that the ring ding ding went the doorbell.
Yeah. He's the hard head kick door burglar. Yeah.
He was doing it off that melody, but he was putting his words into it.
Okay.
Then V came around the corner and just jumped in like it was rehearsed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn, these niggas over here going off. I'm like, man, he burnt off. Then when he burnt off, I went to the back. I'm like, hey, bro, like what that was? He was like, that was my words, but that was Street Military song.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what? What the fuck? What is a? He talking about, man, Street Military, bro. You don't know what street? I'm like, man, hell no. What the he like? You know what a street is? Huh? I'm like, yeah. You know what a military is? Huh? Put them together, Street Military. I'm like, oh, okay. I still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Nigga was like, man, come on, put the tape in the dick,
and now you go.
Shout
out to Street Military, man. Tears came from making this dream, man. I don't give a damn. All of that, bro.
But at the time, Pharaoh was still out.
Mm-hmm.
Pharaoh was freaking with the town. KB was coming over there. Lil Fleet was coming up. Man,
yeah, they was all in the mode. They was all in the mode.
In the back of the town, like regulars, like an energy box. They was back there all the time. So when he let me hear the song, I'm like, man, these niggas is like
talking about that's them niggas.
Yeah, he like, nah, he like, yeah, you know the nigga that be over the bald head nigga be coming over here. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, that's Pharaoh. We ain't a little short nigga about your side. Woo, yeah, that Lil Fleet. Woo. I'm like, oh, so these nigga be back here. Man, these nigga be back here. They ain't rapping. He like, bro, this they CD, this they tape. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm amongst legends and not even knowing it on a daily basis.
Straight up, not put a pause in it. Cause I remember so go down Fuquay, right? Cross over Fondren and get to Hunters Glen, right? In my hood, right? In my hood, we was let's see who was cool with military, because we had Waterboy was in the hood, Reg was cool with a lot of the military cats. Yeah. And so I just remember EPAT, we had the Walkmans. So we had the Walkmans, right? We walk into the store with the Walkmans, and EPAT pull up like, Chuck.
Oh, y'all had money. You had a Walkman. Y'all
had the Walkman, you know what I'm saying? EPAT like, Chuck, listen to this tape, bro. And this you hoes can't fake. Man, that was like
game changer.
What is this? My nigga, he was like, that's military, you know what I'm saying? And so our introduction to Street Military was that intro. That was the intro. And all of a sudden, I mean, we had that whole thing on repeat for probably the next 30 days, you know what I'm saying? Just that's what it was.
Man, but
shout out to Pharaoh, shout out to the whole military fleet, man, KB, man, the whole nine, dog.
Yeah, but we had it, you know, if the Wilds,
I see hot, that's what I'm thinking about.
The Macadale boy, you know, at the end of the day though, that's my whole everybody, you know. Shout out to K Water, shout out to Ski Boat, shout out to Two, shout out to Drink, shout out to all my OGs, man. Shout out to Cook, all these man, these my Stack Black, my Killer Clan cats, man. You know,
okay,
you know, by default, I am, you know, that's them my guys, them my family, you know, but I owe a lot of that specific that's townhome action right there. Like we had like unforgettable, like so many legends used to come through there just like on some getaway hideout gift for This was the chill spot.
But it was new at the time. You know what I'm saying? That was the new development in Mo City.
I mean, I remember, rest in peace, 3-2 birthday just came, you know. Hey,
peace, man.
But 3-2 Big Mike, Point Blank, all them, they in the townhome, man. We got these people pulling up over there. You know what I'm saying? And that
and kicking it,
and chilling.
But we not, and you at the time not knowing. You right? Like,
you
yeah,
not
you're just too
knowing
young.
what they finna grow into. You not knowing that you around greatness before it blossomed into that. You know, and I'm forever grateful and forever thankful for that placement at that specific time. Like that's a bubble of time.
Well,
that you can't.
And that's those moments for a young black man, right?
Oh yeah.
Those moments when you're talking about that age range, this is the age where we most impressionable, right? Exactly. At 12, 13, 14, 15, like I'm up, I'm with the shits, I'm taking in everything. My mind is clouded with 8 Ball and MJG and UGK and Ghetto Boys and all this here, right? And so at that age, yeah, we was learning foundational stuff. Like even like you alluded to earlier, it may not have been always right, but it was the principles in it. Like stand on what you believe. That's something we learned back then. Exactly. Mean what you say, something we learned back then. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Stay in your lane. Something we learned back then. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, those times be priceless. Yeah. Like and when you get older, you don't realize it as you're going through it. It takes for a nigga to be in his 40s to look back and be like, yeah, I learned valuable lessons then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could dig it, bro. Man, so we in here chopping it up with BGT. So then you left BGT and then what?
Oh, it was on to the Southwest.
Southwest.
It was on to the it's so crazy because it was like so many people from the West, it took them years. When I say years, it took them years to find out that I was from Mo City. They were like, well, we know he ain't go to Westbury or nothing like that, but we ain't know that nigga was from the Mo. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, but tied in there too. I mean, I on my Southwest dubs up too. Yes, you know, all that.
So where you was at on the West?
Oh, Airport, 400 in Belford. That was my spot. Man. But I started off on Gasma over there. Shout out to Kato. Mm-hmm. Shout out to E. Shout out to D. Shout out to Gasma. Man. Gasma Airport. Southwest stand up. You know, I mean, it was straight to the West. Yeah. You know, after that.
So I spent some time right there too. My pop stayed ain't even there no more. It was Tiffany Place. Yeah, it was right. We stayed in Tiffany Place for a minute.
Changed name
to 1,000 times.
Los Arcos and Villa. It was Los Arcos, and then it was something I can't remember the name it turned to. But yeah, didn't have about it.
But that was my time in the West. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, when I was with my parents, anyways.
Yeah, but you know that concrete jungle over there. But Belford, 04, I came home. I had left. Came home, I went straight to Belford. We had Ghetto Dreams up there. Shout out to Rick D. Shout out to Young Chris. Shout out to Rich. Shout out to Bishop. Shout out to Pooh. All my ABN family too. You know, I'm tied in with Trey. Trey was like our little brother coming up. You know, he still is. I'm proud of everything he got going or whatever. But you know, the West was like the melting pot for a lot of people. You had people on the West from Dead End. You had people from the West from the Mo. We had people on the Southwest from the North Side. Yeah. They come to the Southwest, and that's the common between Mo City and Southwest. They like once somebody come there, like they don't want to leave.
They want to leave, but that's because the South Side of Houston made it look different. Yeah. Well, back then it was. Now it's all you ain't got to leave your side of town if you don't want to. Yeah. But you know, back then Southwest Houston was where majority of the apartments was low cost living. Like you had to come to the West. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you had to come to the West.
It was more fast paced, but it was still player. You know, it was still player. You know. Everything, you know, you just had to be on your toes on the West. Yes, sir. You know,
yes, sir.
Mo City, you pretty much knew everything you looking out for out here, you know, for Southwest.
I go deeper, and I'll tell you why I could change. Because in the Mo, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in the Mo, you had more parental guidance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, more parental guidance, right? Everybody, if you was in the Mo, in a house, you was probably with your mother or father or both. You know what I'm saying? If you was on the West in the apartment, you was probably in a single parent home, you or with your auntie or cousin or somebody, and you was out there. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm speaking from my experience, right? When all my partners who was on the West, like I had partners in Charleston Manor and Greenhouse Patio and all these spots. Them niggas was living with their cousins and uncles and
type stuff.
Yeah, but everybody in the hood,
6-7 people in the 2-bedroom.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You know,
and then everybody in the hood, they had brother, sister, mama, daddy, 3-bedroom house, 4-bedroom house in the mo. You know what I'm saying? And so that was one of the differences I recognized. Was like, okay, yeah, it's a lot more faster out here because it's a lot less discipline out here.
Yeah, I mean, it was like Mo City, you had help or you had guidance, like you said. Southwest, it was more like figure it out.
Figure it out, though.
Get it quick too.
Figure it out. Well,
like quick too. Like you, like it's way, but it was still player though. You know, you had your usual suspects. Everybody was gonna come outside, meet up at this place, meet up at that place. People over here knew these people. People over here knew these people. You had some people that ain't have a pass to go over there, and you had some people that could travel freely. I've always been one of those people.
Thanks.
My hood pass is good wherever I go, north, south, east, west. I mean, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying.
But that comes from how you carry yourself.
Exactly how I carry myself and how I treat people.
Exactly. That's why I don't treat people. I treat people the way I want to be treated.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna treat you like because I need the freedom and I demand the freedom to move how I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to pull up in this.
It's very important.
Man, look.
It's very important because you'll be with somebody else and they'll be with you and they'll be relaxing, thinking it's cool. Then you go somewhere and you got a whole issue. And it's like you done got somebody else into something that you did. You know, so you gotta always be cautious of how you move. Yeah, how you move. And you know, so like I say, a lot of people might favor me because of my past and what I used to do, and I always had something, and I'm always, you know, but even without, you know what I'm saying? Even when all the times that I've been locked up, I maybe had 3 fights.
And you did a stretch for trapping?
Yes, that's my
that's
my, you know, but at the end of the day, even in there, like I've always been respected. I always like give respect.
That's like, people don't understand that. You got to give it to get it. Yeah. Like people be saying, "Oh, you got to earn your respect." No, I'm gonna give it to you first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to you first. I don't got no reason not to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Now you can do something to make me change that, but upon first meeting, I'm gonna automatically assume you 1,000. You know, and I'm gonna give you the respect that you deserve. Yeah. And you got to do something to make me change my mind on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
But yeah, like, and I mean, even with that, I transferred it, like you were saying a second ago, Chuck. I transfer all these things that I've learned from all these people that I've encountered in my life. Some that have passed, some that I'm not in contact with anymore, some that I've had continuous contact with through my whole adult, young adult to present time. I transfer all that, and I use that same thing right now to my whole business mindset.
Yeah, you got to.
You know, I use the same thing. I give people the utmost respect. I let them know how much they're appreciating. You know, sincerely. You know, some people will just toss a word out there and stuff like that, and it might get you through a moment. But then when that next moment come, or when that person walk away, or when that person return, and you got to deal with them again, and they see what you did with phony, or they see what you, whatever it was, whatever person you presented to be.
That's how they gonna deal with you.
They gonna be like, man, well, it's like you.
They either gonna be, oh, kept it solid, I'm gonna do this, or they gonna be like, oh man, he was a fucking nigga, and so I'm gonna dip off this way.
Exactly, and that's my. I always try to tell people, if nothing else, you appreciate it, or I try to use positive enforcement. You did this for me and I appreciate it. You do this so well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I tell somebody when they effed up too. I ain't got no problem with it, but I'm gonna find a correct time and I'm gonna find a correct way to tell them.
Exactly. And then that also go with like relationships, right?
Oh yeah.
Because like if you my bro, and I got love for you, then I'm definitely gonna check you if you tripping. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if we got a situation with an outsider and we got to address that,
we got
to get out of there, we going to deal with that.
Yeah, but
when I get in the car,
I got to tell you what you did,
bro. Like, hey, we can't keep having these type of situations.
Exactly.
Like, my name on that, your name on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might not care about yours as
but
much as I care about mine.
And I got this to live for. This legacy I'm building. We can't crash dummy stuff. Exactly. And so I got to, you got the right. If I love you and you in my top 5, you in my circle, don't be out here moving suspect. Because I'm going to say something.
You have to.
I'm going to say something. And then depending on how you respond to that, it's going to kind of determine how this relationship move forward.
Exactly.
Because some people be stuck in their ways. They don't want to change. They feel like what they did was right.
Yeah. But, like I say, I always try to do, even when it was illegal up until now, the things that I have going on, I've always tried to do. If I don't do anything else, I always try to do good business.
Yes, sir.
And one thing big as far as like what I do as far as the clothing and stuff, I try to mimic your top tier businesses in the sense of every transaction that we have with any place of business. It's not going to be a 5-star experience. It's impossible. But you can combat that with excellent customer service. And I always try to make things right. That again, that goes into the telling people thank you, telling people I appreciate them. If things didn't go correct, if you have a complaint, man, you ain't got to blast me, because I guarantee you I'm gonna go above and beyond what I have to do in order to make
correct
it right. To make it
I'm
right.
Gonna make it right.
Last
thing I'm trying to do is leave you in a bad situation. Especially because of me. Now I'm gonna fix that.
And that's how I am with people that I'm doing business with and people in my life, like you say, relationship. And if you have a problem with me, man, come talk to me.
Man,
we ain't gotta put our dukes up. We ain't gotta do all that. Just, hey man, if you talk to me through my inbox me. If you talk to me on the phone, call me. You ain't got to, everybody want to run the social media. Oh, this nigga did this and this nigga. Say, man. And then sometimes people don't understand. You be making yourself look retarded because you the one complaint. You one of the people that the experience might have slipped through the crack. But I got 100 people over here that did good business with me, and they coming at you.
Yeah.
So it don't be best like your assassination attempt becomes a target.
You know what I realized with that? That's a generational thing, fam. Like we come from, I just said it earlier, we was outside, wasn't no cell phones.
Right.
Wasn't no social media.
Right.
So everything we was doing, you either had to be there and see it or you heard about it. Wasn't no documented copy that anybody could go watch. You know what I'm saying?
You had to be there.
and so but then you got another generation of people, these youngsters who grew up in social.
Oh yeah.
They grew up in it. They grew up putting everything out there. And so to them, right, instead of approaching this man directly, it's just easy to post it. But and what I was telling my young cat, I said, but when you do that, what you're really showing is fear.
Yeah.
You're showing fear.
I believe
it's fear, bro. It's fear because you don't want to address them directly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like, somebody run to the hood and start talking loud in front of all their partners. You know how they get to go and it'd be like, bro, y'all could have had a squad around the corner and you could have came back around here. You could have told us whatever you wanted to tell us, but you came around here, running around here, hoping that one of us was gonna either stop him or gonna jump him.
Nah,
that's what we doing. We gonna check you on that.
Yeah. The only way we jumping in if that's an outsider. You know what I'm saying? If that's an outsider coming into the hood, that's different. But you got problems with somebody in the hood, bro. Handle that, fam.
And if y'all gotta fight every day, then do it.
Then do it. You know what I'm saying?
Until both of y'all satisfied or both of y'all tired of each other, do it. So I mean, again, though, it's a lot of this stuff transferred into where I am in my life right now. And the only thing I regret in my life, I don't have one single regret in my life. I take that back. I have one single regret. I didn't stay playing baseball.
Wish you would have stuck with sports.
I wish I would have stuck with baseball
specifically.
Yeah, specifically, yes. I don't regret nothing because I learned so much.
Why you stopped playing ball? And when was you playing?
The same reason you and Coach Morton fell out. I quit. You got, hey man, I'm just saying, you got a 15, 16-year-old with $20,000-$25,000 that he didn't made under his bed.
I
ain't going to practice. Not understanding, bro. If you don't take your ass to college or take your ass to one of these farm teams and go get this big signing bonus, like man,
not knowing that 25 bands ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
See, but the crazy thing is though, that's how I started hustling in the first place. Lack of patience.
Yeah.
Lack of patience. My daddy worked at NASA almost 40 years.
And he owned 3 townhomes, apparently.
My daddy worked at NASA almost 40 years, man. The divorce set him back, but he bounced back as quick as he fell off. But at the same time, everybody will be coming in, man. Shout out to Buster. Shout out to H, man. Shout out to Robert Bailey, man. I'm talking about these my partners. Buster was my other spending the night partner. Don Size, man, my nigga, I love you, bro. But they coming to school with these J's and all this here. I'm like, man, check this out. Yeah, man, they just came out, and I'm like, I'm daddy, man. All right, I got another chick coming in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
These niggas shit gonna be raggedy by time.
2 weeks.
I tell you about time I get mine.
How much ranking I'm gonna have to do in the next 2 weeks?
Like, nah, these niggas shit, they gonna be outside playing in theirs, and I'ma still be trying not to crease mine.
No, man.
I'm like, I'm like, okay, I got to figure this out.
Trust me, I was in that same thing. My mama tried to take me to academy. She took me to academy, and
academy ain't what it is now. Now you can go get some real life
shoes and all kinds of stuff in there.
You couldn't do that.
No, back then, bro.
Yeah, it was the basics. Chuck Taylors.
Yeah,
you had like, man, come on now.
And so mama was like, but these here $59.99. I was like, mama, I need like $129, you know what I'm saying? And so that led to me trapping.
A third of the money. So now what we do? What the other 2/3?
Let me get that 60, and I'm gonna put something with that. Yeah. And then for you know it, I just told her, don't buy me no more shoes. Yeah, no, my sister.
Yeah, but see,
and I'm gonna get it myself.
And that's the thing, though. Like I'm saying, I don't glorify anything that I did. No. I teach you a lesson. I don't have a problem with telling you my story and teaching you a lesson from it, but again, like I'm telling you, we didn't grow up poor. We didn't grow up. We went to riches, but we didn't grow up poor.
Yeah. Well, and that's back what I was saying. If you was in Mill City at that time, you was at a minimum middle class. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But then you had so many other people that wasn't even there. So it still was above grade from a lot of Joe regulars type situation. But
you go fast.
The only reason I started hustling, I'll be transparent with you. I didn't want to wait on my daddy checks. I'm not understanding at the time getting bills out the way first and then doing the extras.
Yeah.
I'm not knowing like all this is keeping the lights on and this is keeping us out here in this neighborhood with backyards and grass and stuff. All I know is, nigga, you get up and you go to work every day. You working now, so nigga, I can't have this shit. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know nothing about
that adolescent like, understanding be so, like, they don't get it. Teenagers don't get it. Like, they just don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, yeah, because I know my son, I come home the last time, they swear I had some money stashed somewhere. They straight. I'm 3 days home. Hey man, I got these shoes. I'm like, say, hey bro, check this out. Unless you want me to go right back where I just came from, you better go tap your mama on her shoulder or something, because I can't. Right now ain't the time. But
like I did. Let me see your lawnmower. Look, talk to Red's dad, man. Let me see your weed eater. Reg, come with me. We finna go get feet blower. And we all three of us walk in the hood. I got my his weed eater, his blower, and we walk in the hood. Whoever grass high, we finna get it in. You know what I'm saying?
But see, I ain't gonna lie. My youngsters, they got their drive. They do. The oldest one got more drive than the youngest one, but they both got it in them.
That's what's up.
But again, I grew up in Mo City, and I thank God for this. My kids then grew up most of they childhood in Sugarland.
Oh, so
it's like, oh crap, man! Like, you going to school with Billy White shoes, And his daddy dropping him off in a Maserati truck and all this here, and you looking at him like, well, damn, man. My daddy got a Dodge 1500. I mean, it's clean. He got TVs in it and all that, but it ain't like, you know, so it's like, but at the same time, it's like, but we stay in Sugar Land. So I mean, like, I'm like, nah, bro, y'all just you blessed.
Yeah,
like,
you blessed,
but
fam. Understand that.
But now, I got a 15 and a 16-year-old and a 50-year-old, and they understand and they come into it's just crucial. It's crucial.
Who
right
you
now.
telling? So at one point, me and my wife, we had a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, and two 15-year-olds in the house. 2 boys, 2 girls. Bro.
Ooh.
Bro. Ooh, bro. I'm talking about come home on edge. Who won it today? I'm ready to fight every day. I'm with the shits. I got a call from your teacher. I talked to your principal, and I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God, because now we empty nest. My youngest in her senior year at Southern. You know what I'm saying?
Man, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, young lady. Keep pushing.
Yeah, she about to graduate. And so and then my daughter live with her aunt. Yeah, so we empty nest right now, you know what I'm saying? And so that allowed me to do this kind of stuff and pursue some passions and chase some bags. So that was tough though. That was tough.
I know it was. That's a lot of egotistical stuff.
Bro. And then the difference was because when in my teenage years, it was my old man was in jail. And if he wasn't in jail, then he was on crack. And so it was really just me, my sister, and mama. Mama working 2 jobs, she grinding, and so I got freedom at the crib. I am the man of the house. I'm trapping when she ain't here. When she is here, I'm outside trapping. Like we grinding, right? And it was that lack of the other parent there to create that
constant supervision.
Exactly.
You didn't have the constant supervision. That's how me and my sister was. I mean, really on the cool. I mean, truth be told, that my mama she went through her little, her addiction at one point. That was probably the cause of my parents' demise, but at the same time, that's what a lot of people don't understand about me. But it's a blessing because, like I say, my dad was working at NASA probably months after I was born. So, I mean, I've always came up well-rounded. Like, my mama did her thing at the point of time she was going through what she was going through. So it allowed me to see the downside.
See both sides.
I mean, but at the same time, I salute my pops too, because he never tried to keep us from our mama. He just made sure that her extracurricular ain't cause us to be in no bad situation. So I was always able to see what my mama was going through, even when I didn't understand it. So, but at the same time, it helps me to relate to so many different facets of people.
Yeah.
I mean, look, bro.
Because once you get older, you can look back at what mom was going through. You know exactly what it was.
I can go hang with a wino on the corner. When I was selling dope, I used to keep, I ain't gonna even say their names, because if you're from the Mo, if you're from Bradgate, Ridgemont, anywhere around, you know these people. I go pick one of them up every day. And I keep him hiding at the same time. He knew, but I'm riding around, nigga. You done sold all my dope. We just riding around. You bills, getting you high, me smoking my weed.
And he getting off of it.
He getting off of it. I ain't really damn near doing no work. So I'm hanging with him every day. And my partner's like, bro, what you got going on, bro? You got a whole smoker in the car with you. And I'm mind your business. You'll never understand this element. You ain't gonna understand it. So, but at the same time, I get off of that time quick. My daddy never be throwing. My daddy, used to go to Japan, Cali, Tokyo, all that, Russia. My dad and he'd have to host these people when they come in. He'd host for them,
Okay, so you finna leave that and come back to the crib and put you all the way up.
Coming up out of some clothes, I'd have messed around, had on for 2 days straight. Go take a shower when we going to a dinner at River Oaks Country Club with my pops and his constituents from other countries and stuff like that. And I'm in there, me and my sister, we well-rounded, well-articulated. We go in there, we talk like we need to, and then we going back, we jumping in the car, shit, probably jamming some Dr. Dre with the pops on the way to the house type situation. It was cool. Yeah. So again, it shaped me. I can go hang with the so-called undesirables to the masses, and I can go hang with the who's who.
Man, and you know what kind of helped me get there? What helped me get there was my belief. Like I was one of them kids who grew up in the church.
Oh, we did too. Yeah. Every summer we go on vacation Bible school with my grandma.
I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying? And so that
Men's Fragrance, your home for 100% authentic men's cologne. We carry high-end fragrances like Creed, YSL, Gucci, Polo, and more with below retail prices. All orders come with free shipping. Order online at men's-fragrance.net. Men's Fragrance. Smell good for less.
So that kind of taught me a certain level of respect.
Oh, yeah.
For all levels of people, you know what I'm saying? And so, but then what I realized was that in the streets, when I'm out here politicking with smokers or whoever, them people be super spiritual. You know what I'm saying? They just done made some choices in life that got them where they at, but they have it up here. You know what I'm saying? And so I learned to stop judging. Let's have a conversation. Let's politic, because you just might say something that's gonna enlighten me.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? Even if you say something that just keep me from going the direction you went, you know what I'm saying? Like I can learn from that, and so I'm always quick to listen.
Law of average, man. You play the game long enough, you always win, and you eventually gonna lose. You play the game long enough, you always lose, and you eventually gonna win.
You know what I'm That's what I say, the law of averages, man.
So, I mean, like I say, I try to be a person of growth at all times, and a person that I can always show you that I've learned from prior experiences. You know, everybody has their motive. Everybody got a motive. You just have to be able to ask God for the discernment
of what
to show you is this person's ulterior motive.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. What type of motive do they have? Because when we say motives, everybody's motive is not bad.
No, motive just means what you trying to accomplish.
Everybody's motive is not bad. And again, my partner Rich from Ghetto Dream. Rich used to always tell me when I first
about the tech shop?
Okay. When I first started rocking and rolling with Rich, man, I was doing real good. I'm talking about close to $500,000. Like I'm not exaggerating. I'm like doing super good. I'm spending it frivolously and doing stupid stuff, but like I could go touch at one point in time. Maybe my greatest, was probably like 375. I had probably like $375,000.
Okay.
I'm doing good, and you know when you're doing them type of numbers, you can try to conceal it all you want, but somebody gonna sniff you out.
Oh yeah.
Somebody gonna be like, nah, that nigga, I don't care what he say.
The reality is you up more than your peers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't care what he say, but that nigga got some bread.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Rich, we used to ride, man, and Rich used to always tell me, I get in the car with Rich or whatever. He get in the car with me, and I used to always, man, bro, nigga trying to use a nigga, bro. Like, bro, I get tired of these niggas and these females just trying to use a nigga, man, because they know a nigga home type situation, whatever. And then one day, this was a normal conversation. And then one day he was just like, bro, he said, bro, stop complaining, bro. That nigga was like, nah, for real. He like, bro, you don't listen to yourself, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, what is you talking about, bro? Because I'm so used to him just receiving this, but he getting tired of the energy at this point. And he like, bro, you always jump in here, and one of the first things you always want to bitch about is somebody using you.
Yeah.
Nigga was like, bro, what the fuck you think we were put on earth to do? He was like, bro, and I'm sitting there looking at them like, bro, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker. I'm finna stop riding with you, bro. That nigga was like, bro, if I can't use you, bro, what the fuck am I around you for? If you can't use me, why in the fuck you steady hang with me every day? We using each other. He say, now, with that being said, I can understand if a motherfucker was abusing you, and it sound like you complaining about somebody abusing you, bro.
Yeah, which is different from using.
Yeah. He was like, bro, that's what we put here for. He like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, the minute I can't use you no more, bro, me and you probably ain't gonna be cool no more. Outside the love, he like, man, I love you to death, but I probably ain't gonna hang with you every day if I get to the point where I can't use you. And I'm like, damn. Damn. I say, this nigga got a point. You know what I'm saying?
JT told me some shit similar. I was complaining to that nigga because you know what I'm saying, we in this spot here and I had a bunch of bills and a bunch of work and I took on a bunch of clients and I'm around this whole stressing like, fam, nigga, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, nigga. Your ass ain't here. What's going on with the woo, blah, 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 blah. That nigga was like, Chuck, bro, you made that plate, fam. That nigga say, Chuck, you made that plate. You put all that food on the plate. You took that plate to the table. You sat down with that plate in front of you. So why the hell is you complaining about eating the plate, fam? You know what I'm saying? And when he put it to me that way, it was like, you right, fam. I did. I did scoop all the stuff on here. You right. Yeah. I did do all that. You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, I learned to just stop complaining, fam.
Man, say, man, my man, shout out to my Arabian partner, Abdul, man. Abdul tell me one day I get to complain about the same thing about some bills and stuff I had to do, obligations and responsibilities. And he sat up there quiet, you know what I'm saying? He sat up there the whole time. He ain't interrupt. He just sat up, he listened. And then when I got through talking, when I took a pause long enough, rather, he was like, you through? And I'm like, yeah, nigga, like, he was like, bro, you complaining about what you gotta go do. He say, but at not one point in time did you ever say you didn't have the ability to do it. You just complaining about what you got to go do. He say, what about the man that got the same responsibility
but
even more and can't go do it?
Yeah.
So he was like, bro, like, and I was like, you right.
You right.
I'm like, you right, bro. I'm like, you know. So right. I mean, again, we miss these little blessings. We overlook these little blessings every day. You know what I'm saying? You at the pump complaining about how gas is. You got a car to put it in.
And you at the pump.
Yeah, you got a car to put it in. It's a nigga standing at the bus stop.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I stopped complaining because I can always think of somebody who got it worse than me.
Yeah,
you know
and you know, not to gloat, but you have to give yourself a constant reminder because, again, at the same time, you don't know what lesson these people learning at the same time, and you don't know what they done did to get them in a situation of why they aren't doing it. What appears to be good is
exactly what appears to be, because they could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, I mean, you just, again, that comes with the respect. You have to always give somebody respect. You know, I don't, and I'm not going to lie. It was a time, like, especially like doing it, it was a time that I'd be like, I mean, like, you always, you know, you like, you looking at these people and you like, ah, damn, like, what's your problem? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I had my little hiccups, I had my little situations. Again, that it be circumstances, and again, some of it was the shit that I created.
Most of it is,
and I'm going
most of it is. Most of the people going through stuff that they created.
And I'm looking at these certain characters, and I'm like, oh, damn, man, like, you ain't gonna chunk a nigga a bone, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't like, damn, bro, you don't remember. And you know, I've never been that type of person, but in my head, that what I'm thinking, like,
in my head, like, bro, I know when I looked out for you.
Bro, I was coming drop you shit out because I was seeing the look in your eye. You had pride. You wouldn't even come and ask me for these things. I just knew you know that you're going through these things. So I come chunk you some. Didn't ask for it back because I had, at the same time, I had people doing the same thing for me. But then it'd be these times where the Lord be trying to show you something.
Yes, sir.
And he'll snatch all your help away from you.
Yes, sir.
So you have to humble yourself. You have to learn these lessons. You got to get that taste so bad in your mouth that you'll never want to revisit them times.
Well, I think you hit it right on the head. You said you got to learn to listen.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we'll see people who keep going through the same challenges. They ain't learned to listen yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't learn to listen, then you will find yourself back in that same situation. Might be a different circumstance, but same situation because you ain't learned to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Because I played that game with myself, man. I'd have been in prison a couple of times.
All for the same thing?
Yeah. So it's like, at the end of the day, that comes from stinking thinking. Like, you sitting You sitting in the penitentiary, you even in the county, wherever you're incarcerated at, it don't matter what level.
Let me ask you this real quick. You did time in both?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
And
hey, Chuck and Chuck. What's up? But yeah. Hey, my guy, you know, you missed that segment. You missed the sports segment. But anyway.
Oh, that's his show. His whole show about sports.
That's why I'm shooting at him. But again, like I'm telling you, like those things, it don't matter where you're incarcerated at. It's your frame of thinking and how you were just touching on. Like if you're not changing the way you thinking and you're not changing the way you moving, you're gonna go through them same
problems. It's gonna come. It's gonna keep coming.
And I went through that because I'm sitting in the jail cell and I'm like, okay. Like on some small scale, I would ride down Belford. I came down Belford. I banged the right. I ain't put on my. I came from old janky hood, janky apartment complex. I know what it is. I ain't put on my turn signal, and I ain't have nothing stashed. I went to jail. So then you get in jail, and you get to thinking like, I got something I call the shoulda, woulda, coulda blues. A nigga be in that first holding tank when you know it's real. You be like, man, I should have put on that single. I should have just. If I could have just, if I would have just, that nigga, all that stuff started playing in your head. So, again, with that being said, okay, once you figure out, all right, this is what it is, I'm finna sit down here. I got a 2-year bid, I got a 5-year bid, or whatever it is the situation might be. You sitting there and you like, okay, when I get out, I ain't gonna go on Belford no more. I'm a stash everything. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna mess with this nigga no more because he connect. You be like, okay, if I do these things, I ain't gonna go to jail the same way no more.
You're gonna go to a different way.
but this is the crazy part about it. One of my partners, I'm gonna give you a shout out later because I don't want to put my partner business out there like that. Me and him had a heart-to-heart talk. You know, at our age demographic, we don't tend to have phone conversations no more than 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Man, I stayed on the phone with my partner the other day for 2 hours.
Okay.
I paused my day.
Y'all was there.
Paused my day. 2 hours. I'm sitting in front of where I needed one of my vendors' place. And I sat out there and I talked to my nigga because my nigga called me. And he was telling me, man, hey, bro, this going wrong. I done did this, that, and the third or whatever. And I say, hey, man. I say, you know where that come from? I say that comes from when you doing something, and I hate to use the word sneak at the age demographic that we are, but when you're doing something in the closet or whatever you want to call it, bro, you ain't fooling nobody but the people you can see.
Man, look, what's done in the dark, fam.
But this is what I told. I said, man, look, bro. You fooling everybody in your face, and you got 1,000 reasons on why you doing what you doing. None of it is legit enough for me. And if it ain't legit enough for me as your partner, you know the boss dog upstairs ain't trying to buy it. So when I'm telling them, I say, this is what happens. We go to jail, we get out. We be figuring, okay, like I just said, if I don't do this way, if I don't do this way, I should be good. Then you come up with 1,001 ways on how not to get caught and how not to go down the path that you're going through. Everything you doing is so ice water. Everything is correct. You be feeling like you got this whole plan and it's working. But then you start pissing the Lord off. And then it's going to be, how we just say, it's going to be that one way you did not think about, and he going to spank you.
He going to spank you.
And that's what I told him. I say, bro, that's what it is. I say, because how I found out what you was doing, you never in 1,000 years would have thought that I even would have ran across the person that sat up there and ran their mouth that you thought
was solid.
Yeah. You never thought we would have ever crossed paths. But I say, man, that's how magnificent God worked, bro. God will put me somewhere in a place that I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And this place, this person would normally be. And
for
then
my
we
benefit.
and
For
then
this
we cross
bit of intellect, this bit of politicking we need to do is about
That's
to
it.
enlighten me.
That's it.
Mhm.
You know, so at the end of the day, I say, bro, stop doing what it is. Stop. You playing with yourself and God, bro. You not fooling. Nobody but these people that don't even count ain't gonna come help you out of now type of stank.
And real true spill, when you in situations like that, and I don't even know who homie is, but like niggas be fooling themselves. Niggas be fooling themselves. That same thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. You believe in it because you got all these 1,000 people fooled, but like you can't look in the mirror and say that same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Eventually you'll start thinking like, yeah, you'll start fooling yourself. So I get what
I know people who lie to themselves like, bro, I've been knowing you for 20 years, fam. You know what I'm saying? I heard what you told them. And I was listening like, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? but I'm looking at you said with such belief and conviction, you believe it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's plenty of situations that continuous fraud that will make you believe it. It'll make you believe. Let me switch gears on you for a second. Let's talk music for a second. Who you because I know you riding around, you doing your thing. Who you listening to? Like for inspiration. We were jamming Nip earlier. You said, man, I wish Nip was still alive. You know what I'm saying? But who you got in the dick right now?
Man, right now, I've really been on a whole. Everything I've been jamming right now either been West Coast or right here from the city.
Okay.
Like I give other people the chance, I jam them, but right now, heavy rotation. I'm Rich the Factor. I'm Messy Mall. I'm the little youngster that just passed away, Kenny Lou.
Okay.
I love Sauce. I don't care. I love Sauce, man. That's my guy.
Shout out to Sauce, man.
I'm jamming Sauce. I got Nipsey, of course, out the West Coast. I got I've been jamming what's the name too, Lil Jeremy. It's somebody's features.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lil Jeremy as a feature artist,
okay.
You know. And I've been, you know, I don't care nothing about the so-called beef or the disconnection is what I like to call it. With Trey and Ro, I stay jamming both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a disconnection. There ain't no beef. They just, you know, they'll figure it out. We grown, man, and life is precious. We gonna figure it out.
I hope so.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
It's gonna get figured out, you know.
I hope so.
But
because that left me feeling real. I felt real. I was messed up when I seen that, fam.
Yeah,
that messed me up big time, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I be jamming. You know, Lil Al, shout out to the little homie.
Young Al,
I be on him. I be on some little Ski Taste. Stay jamming Dubs up, stay jamming Bleeder. Shout out Bleeder. Shout out 8900.
I think they about to drop a whole, what's it called? I swiped past it yesterday. Trey putting out. They got Bleeder, got Al on there, got a whole little compilation look like about to drop.
I got I say, man, hey, free Mac Biggers, free Wood One. I jam that, all that. Junior Rouse, my boy Junior, Do You. You know what I'm saying? All my Southwest constituents, you know, I'm jamming stuff like that right now. I'm jamming some pretty hardcore stuff.
Man, hey, look here, shout out to the underground, right? Because that's what it is. Shout out to the underground. They name no mainstream artists, you know what I'm saying? And so shout out to the underground. And I think that's encouragement for all my artists out there who happen to be watching this, dog. Like, just because you're not making noise mainstream, dog, niggas be listening. You know what I'm saying? And if
for real, we do
listening, bro. And if it's hot, they gonna share it. I just asked them who he listening to. And so I'm about to go listen to some names he said. You know what I'm saying? So just be encouraged if you're an artist out here, you underground, you create music.
Man, I'm gonna say I'm not a rapper, but I be around a lot of people in the music industry. I have a lot of music industry friends. And all I'm gonna tell anybody that rap, I'm gonna tell anybody that have any type of entrepreneur at all, be about your business. Because if you about your business, the money gonna come. As long as you doing what you supposed to be doing.
Facts.
You don't have to be the most popular person. You don't have to be on the BET Awards and stuff like that. It's a lot of these people, man. I'm getting nice royalty checks.
Yes, sir. And you don't know who they are.
come on, man.
You have no clue
and
who
don't
they
always
are.
don't be worried about the limelight. Be about your business, because it's a lot of people that ghostwrite you'll never know their name, but you jamming these mainstream people and they getting stuff wrote from them.
Facts.
And that's a fact.
Big
Now,
old
trust
facts.
me, that's a fact.
Big old facts.
But I mean that's what I'm on.
I'm good to hear that boy support the underground. Like that's important, bro. That's important, bro. And you mentioned Skeeter. I've been jamming Skeeter for a while. I like how that boy spit, bro.
Yeah, but he done been through a thing or two. He a little sideways here.
Yeah.
He thing about Ski is, I like all his God references. Like he gonna tell you a story. It's gonna be some, but
bro, that's what brought me to him. I was like, homie, really inspirational. He a street cat, but he really inspirational. You know what I'm saying?
You know, so I jam. I like Chuck said, man. I jam. I love underground music. I root for the underdog in life. You know, I want to see all these so-called little people, and not little people, I'm gonna say growing people.
Yeah.
I like to see them win. I like to see everybody win, you know, like I say, because again, when we get to talking about using people, if you are, I need to be able to use you. So I need you to continue winning.
Exactly.
You know, I need you to continue winning, but at the same time, I don't want you to get to the point to where if I ever get blessed with a higher level of success in a certain arena than you are, don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a lot of people that'll do that. They cool with you winning,
just not winning more than him.
When your score get higher than the nails,
yeah.
Oh man, they turn to what the youngsters say, they turn to the ops.
Man, Lord, deliver me from those, man. Because like, the people in my circle, like my goal is to levitate, and so I need you to be cool with that because like that's where I'm going. And if you're not cool with it, then that's cool. Like you can get off the plane. You know what I'm saying? We'll pull over here and let you off because we're going this way. Man, so let's talk fashion for a second, fam.
Yeah.
Let's talk fashion. We got y'all see the logo up there, man. We got self-validated in the building, man. So talk to me about the name, like where the name came from and what it mean to you, really.
Okay. The name speaks for itself, but I'll elaborate. Let me tell you how I came about the name.
Okay.
I actually had another name before this.
Before self-validated.
Yeah, and if you look on, I might still have a couple of pictures up on my social media sites. You might see some of it. I know you will if you look on my Facebook. If you look on my Facebook, my photo gallery, I know you will see some of them.
Okay.
But and there's a couple of people that I sold some merch to that still have some of the stuff with the old name on it. Shout out to good quality work. But anyway,
yes, sir.
I had a name and it was Factitious. That Factitious apparel.
Factitious, okay.
And I'm running with it, but it was I'm looking at the root of the word, the fact part of it. And then one day I'm really I have these mind clusters that my mind get to. I mean, you're an entrepreneur, you know how your mind get to racing sometime, and then you're like, okay, slow down.
Yep.
Find something else to focus on.
Switch gears.
So I slowed down one day and I say, man, Factitious, I'm just sitting there thinking about my brand and stuff. I'm like, look it up. So I looked the word Factitious up, thinking that it was a word that I made up. It's a real word. But the word means the opposite.
Yeah, it means fake. It means not fake.
So I'm like, what the fuck? I might as well name my shit Fugazi. I'm like, nah, Jack. I'm like,
yo, so dig this, because I mean,
with all due respect, fuck all y'all that never told me that no. I love y'all though.
It's crazy because look, I'm in business development, right? Helping people create brands and build. And so that's part of the research phase when creating a brand. When you create a brand,
I don't tell you, I'm doing all. It's me and the Lord. It's me and God doing all this. And at times I wasn't checking in with the boss. I'm just making moves. Yeah, man. And I made a couple of incorrect steps, man. And
so at that point, you realized it was fake. So you made it fit. I got to switch this up.
I say, nah, I got to. Man. I'm like, this ain't him, Jim. I'm like, man. So I'm like, I get to thinking, man. And I'm like, man, I'm thinking. But then again, like I just said, I say it's time for me to go on here. I got to tap in with the Lord and tell him to shoot me where I'm going, because I've been making all these moves without him, and now look, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole fugazi name. I'm like, man, I say, man, so I'm like, okay. And and my who was it? It was my sister and my nephew. Because at the time, I'm at her house, I'm getting it in. Shout out to my sister, Nene. Everybody that know me know my tiger mom sister. She my younger sister. She act like me. She my older sister and my mama. I love her to death, but I can't stand you either. But shout out to Nate.
Shout out to Nate, man.
But right on. I'm at her house because this how I even got back into clothing.
Okay.
My sister had bought a machine.
Like a embroidery machine or a screen print machine or something?
It was a Cricut machine. So she buys the machine because my sister, I think, might have been like her second or third year teaching or something. I don't know. But regardless of the time frame, she bought the machine because she wanted to decorate her class with her. She didn't want to go get store-bought decorations.
She wanted to make her own.
She wanted to make her own decorations. So she bought the machine for that at the time. So me, I've always been an inquisitive person. Before we had the internet, people used to come knock on your door with Encyclopedia Britannicas and ask your mama and your daddy if you wanted to buy encyclopedias. We got a new edition every time they came. I used to read encyclopedias just read. I have a whole bunch of useless information in my head that only works at like dinner parties or something like or whatever. But
shout out to the encyclopedias, man.
Yeah, this was our internet.
This was the internet, fam.
Yeah, so I've always been, and before my sister got of age for me to actually have fun and play with her, I still was on my inquisitive level. I'm sponging, I'm absorbing things. So I've always liked to read. I'm a reader, whether I was locked up or I'm free. I like reading.
Reading is fundamental, literally.
For real. So I'm sitting there and she got the machine and I get the instruction manual and the other little guidebook they got with the machine or whatever. So I'm looking through the book and I'm like, damn, I'm looking at all the uses of this machine. I'm like, God damn, I'm like, you can do all this shit with a machine? So I'm like, man. So I tell my sister, I'm like, man, you know you can make clothes with this thing? And she like, duh. I'm like, well, why you ain't tell me? She was like, because that's not what I bought it for. I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I get to messing with it. I asked her, she knew how to do certain things. I'm like, how you do this? How you do this? She told me how to do a few things.
Then you start figuring it out.
Then I started messing stuff up first.
That's how you figure it
out. My
process.
Yeah. I'm frying
trial and error.
But I'm spending the money on it. So it's like, oh shit, I gotta get this shit right quick. Like I'm running out of money. This before I even start trying to sell the shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I really just want something. I've always been a sneakerhead. So I'm trying to have something that I can match these.
That's some most city shit right there.
Yeah.
Like y'all don't understand. That's some most city shit. Like tees matching your kicks. Like that's some most
like yes. Right. So I'm trying to match all these old unorthodox odd colors shoes that I got. That I done bought the shoes without an idea what I'm going to wear with. Yeah. Shoes just sitting up, so I'm like, man, I get to messing with it. And I'm like, boom, then I start posting. One of social media's advantages, I started posting. People was like, damn, man, where you get like, man, I got them shoes right there, but I ain't got, man, they been sitting. I got you. Boom, I started running it. Simple as that. But crazy thing is, even when we was in school, a lot of people know I was making clothes when we was at the Ridge. But I was doing shit like go buy a pair of joggers or something like that. Go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, go get them iron-on leathers, and boom, start putting them on there. My daddy worked it now, so they'd have the patches that go on the astronaut suit.
Shout out to Hobby Lobby and the iron-on.
Man, like. I started off like that in school. Then me and my partner Buster, one time when I came home in 2004, he was asking me, he was like, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You gonna jump back out there or what's your plan? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, man, shit, I'm probably gonna start a clothing line or whatever. And they were like, shit, I'm with it, what you need. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, nigga, some money, nigga. Nigga
some resources.
Nigga, I need some capital, nigga. Like, what you mean what I need? Nigga, that's a dumbass question. Nah, he like, Nah, nigga, he like, he ain't got no plan.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to get you to, he trying to get you to think,
like,
really.
He like, you ain't, I know you need some money, but again, I'm asking you what you finna do to get the money. If you ain't finna jump back out here, what you finna do? I said, I just told you I'm finna do a clothing line. Okay, you want to do a clothing line, you need money. What's your plan? Like, okay, what equipment do you need?
Yeah.
What you going? And I'm like, I ain't got that far yet.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That nigga say, okay, well, when you figure it out, count the phone.
Yeah, hit me up when you get ready.
Yeah, so, boom. I started doing my homework, figured it out, all this stuff here, started messing around.
Look, the Bible say, man, you gotta write the vision down.
And make it clear.
And make it plain. You know what I'm saying? And so that's part of that, right? It's
exactly.
Like, okay, let me get this out my head.
Exactly.
Get this organized on paper.
That moment there taught me, as far as real business goes, and anybody out here that knows, even if it ain't about no business, even if it's about buying a home or anything like that, when you go to these folks and you asking them for their money, they need a plan.
Oh, yeah.
They want to know, okay, how long is this finna take you to pay us back? How do you plan on paying us back? What do the payback structure look like? What's your income right now? Like, how much are you selling right now? What kind of numbers are you doing right now? They need to know all this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And my partner just simply asked me, what's your plan? And I ain't even had one for somebody that I chill with every day. So I know I wouldn't have been able to go ask no bank.
Yeah.
But I learned that lesson right there.
I need to get my ducks in order.
I need to start having this stuff jotted down so somebody can understand it. But with that being said, once I gave him the lowdown, he was just like, all right. He said, I'm going to give you 100% of the money. Just put my name on it. He said, when you go get your DBA, when you go get all this stuff, just put my name on it.
So, but officially, I'm gonna fund you. I'm gonna be a partner.
Yeah. He like plain and simple.
Yeah.
He like, I'm giving you 100% of the money, and we still gonna go 50-50. I'm cool. Love my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out to the bros who
good-hearted dog.
Who got the good hearts and willing to invest it. Because a lot of cats would have just been like, "That's what's up. Good luck."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
holla if you need me. You know, but with no intentions on actually ever helping you.
And so. Boom, I started rocking and rolling, started doing the thing, started getting smarter. Then my partner, they had a little thing going called Basic Art where they was using the paint to do shirts and stuff like that. When we went through that phase or whatever,
I got paint down and all that kind of stuff. I remember.
I got down with that. So I ran that for a minute, got sidetracked by the streets again, whatever, sidetracked myself by the streets again. Boom, got back into it and had to go sit down or whatever. Then I ended up getting into a situation to move to Louisiana for a minute, to get back cool, get my head back straight. Then when I came, but the whole time, every weekend I was coming down here to see at least twice a month, I was coming down here to see my kids and to handle some other stuff that I had going on. Some other unfinished judicial business. I was coming down there twice a month to see them. But when I would come, I was going back to my sister's house and I was making clothes.
Yeah, while I'm here, we gonna do this.
Taking orders of anybody that ordered something while I was in Louisiana, I just tell them when I'm gonna be in town, I push the order out. Boom. So then did that. Then all of a sudden, I mean, just the process, growth came. I'm sitting up here, I'm watching all my partners. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to BJ, shout out to the Hemp Hill boys, man. I'm watching Brandon, he doing his thing. And I'm like, okay, I see my bro over there getting it.
Yeah.
It's motivation. Yeah, motivation. You know what I'm saying? Spend money with him. Shout out to Solid, all that, man. I spend money with him, but every time I run up on him, hey, I know how to do this. I know how to do this, but where you do this? Hey, man, that ain't nothing. Man, just go over here, ask for him, Gave me a jewel. Every time I run up on him, he gonna give me a jewel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take it.
And you gotta understand, that's so important right there for anybody watching this right now. As G's in the game, like we passed the stage of holding the plug. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got a plug and my partner need it, and like it ain't gonna hurt me giving it to him, what sense do it make for me to hold on to it?
Because if you want to get it on the spiritual level in a nutshell, man, you ain't doing nothing but blocking your blessings.
Exactly.
You ain't doing nothing but blocking your blessings. You know
exactly.
So I mean,
it's better to give than receive in those cases. You know what I'm saying? And so,
like, understand it to come back 7, 10, 100-fold. You know, so but that's in a nutshell how I got back into it. You know, like I just like my sister came with the machine and she got me back off the bench. Went in, I shot out there, had the name factitious, and then my sister, back to how I got to self-validated real quick though. My sister was talking to my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
He was assing off at one point in time. And she tell him, she like, man, you running around here looking at your little partners and your little homeboys, just that and the third. You don't need them to validate what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there, I'm listening to her get on my nephew, but I'm not. So shout out, Davion. You just don't know. You junk a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? But Exotic the Prod, my nephew.
Okay.
Shout out to Exotic Beats, you know. So I'm sitting there listening. She like, you don't need these niggas to validate you. You validate yourself. And at the moment, it's still, I'm hearing it, but it's still she going through her little ones and twos with her son or whatever. And then later on that night, I'm just sitting there, I'm just laying up, man. And for some reason, her conversation with him started playing back in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the boss dog started talking to me. He was like, You don't hear that? You don't hear that? You don't remember early?
Mm-hmm.
I say that was self-validated.
Man.
I say self-validated.
That's the stamp.
I mean, that's what. And then, you know, and I thank him for it because I had a whole bunch of crazy names, but then I started thinking like it has to be something that's catchy worldwide to any culture, to any race, any religion. Like you can't. It's self-validated. I don't care what part of the world you stay in, how old you are. I don't care. Being self-validated means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so what's next for the brand? Obviously, you creating merch, you're doing a lot of custom stuff. What's the big dream?
The big dream, honestly, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Your boy Damon from FUBU, I like him, and I like what he did. A lot of people don't understand.
It's commerce.
It's like that man. Everybody thought that FUBU would be forever.
No,
that never was his intention.
He was building a company to sell it. Like that's commerce. That's the normal business that most corporations go through. They build businesses to sell them. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all he did. And he took a big bag.
Yeah, exactly. And that's I mean, who wouldn't want their brand or something, they baby that they nursed, that they went through all the stages with? Who wouldn't want it to be around forever or to have a legacy I know my legacy will be there, but I mean, let's just be real. We do what we do for money. That's one of the main things. So, I mean, I want to get to that point.
Okay, well, you'd probably be interested in selling the brand to the right buyer.
Or at least teaming up with the person.
Or partnering with
like
a partnership.
With the right terms. You know
because there's so many different lanes you could go in, right? Yeah. We could partner with somebody on the manufacturing level and do this, or we could partner with somebody else and they just kind of help inspire the brand, provide some resources for, like, it's a bunch of different ways to go. Yeah, but you're definitely looking for expansion though.
Oh yeah, expansion. And I always want to have my shares in it. I'm still want to have my hand in it. I mean, it don't even have to be. I mean, even if it's just on a creative level, just
exactly.
So it doesn't get misappropriated or something. So
you can control the vision, right? We're still standing for this.
Influence it. Yeah,
exactly. So talk about that for a second. Like, if people wanted to rip some merch, they wanted something from Self-Validated. What's the process? Like, just reach out to you directly.
Right now, we are still in our masterpiece stages. We provide shipping. We do shipping, but I mean, it's still. Inbox me. Website is on the way soon. I will have a website.
Okay.
But the only thing that has had me shying away from website building is because a lot of the work I've recently now started trying to have items to be recognized as brand items.
Mm-hmm.
But I started focusing on all of the custom stuff, which is still my lane. I still like to do custom stuff. So inbox me, call me if you have my phone number. You got somebody that got my phone number. As long as it's about the business, man, get the number from them and call
man,
me.
y'all see the IG info right there, man. Slide in the DM, man.
Yeah, man. That's how I'm working right now.
Okay.
But again, like I say, I have a website coming because my girlfriend, she's very business minded, and I love her. And she's shout out real. She's like, no, you need to do this. You need to do that. And her tone might not be the right tone, but
the
she's
message
telling me,
the
message is correct. She was like, go ahead, get your site and start putting you some items up. She was like, it's cool to just do your custom stuff too, but have some items that people can frequently buy and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another thing, that's why I've added hats to the collection now and stuff. Like, I have a very creative mind. I like, I have a culinary degree. I've been building houses and doing carpentry work since the 10th grade. My daddy started his business, and I do clothes. So I'm blessed to have my hand in food, clothing, and shelter. God-given gifts. But right now I'm really focused on self-validating. But that's where I am. Like I say, I'm still in my Master P out the trunk stages, but I'm not ashamed to say that.
It ain't no shame. It shouldn't be, because the reality is everybody starts there, and it's still good money there. You know what I'm saying? It's great money there, and from the sake of like service you was talking about and building a network, that's the best way.
How I think of it? I think of it, hey man, I'm a politician out here campaigning. I'm getting to know my people.
I'm pulling up on you.
I'm getting to know my people.
On you. Like, I done bought several shirts from people like that. Well, I'm gonna pull up on you. We're gonna go and get the photo op of me getting it. Yeah. We're gonna exchange info. Like it's a relationship more than just the add to cart and check out.
Yeah.
The add to cart and check out is cool. It give me my money faster, but I don't even know who that was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who that was, bro. Like, but if I had a chance to shake your hand, you probably gonna come buy something else. Man, real trill spill. Man, look here, y'all watching the Mo City podcast, man. I'm in here. It's Chuck. I'm in here chopping it up, man, with my homie, man. Got boy in the building. So let's not hold you too long, bro. We done talk music, we done talk Mo City, we done talk BG, we done talk self-validated, we done talk teams, we done had a few little conversations. I like to kind of I close out with a section called words and thoughts. All right. And so basically I'm gonna say a word and you tell me the thought that word give you.
Come
on. First word is support.
Others.
What you mean? Like, elaborate.
If you saying support, I'm gonna say others. And I mean it as like people.
Okay.
Like, you should always be willing to support what somebody else has going. If you, again, like respect, if you want somebody to support you, you should be able to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. So support go both ways.
Yeah, two-way street, most definitely.
Definitely. I feel the same way. My thing about support be sometimes support always come from unexpected sources.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Be the people you thought was going to support, you know what I'm saying, don't support. But then there be people you didn't think going to support like a mug, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what get me with support. I've learned to lower my expectations for people because the support is probably gonna come from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, all right. So next word for you, family.
Family is everything.
Family is everything. Shout out to Fo, you know what I'm saying?
Family is everything, and don't misconstrue. Like, I got people that don't have the same blood pumping through our veins. They my family.
Oh, they family. Closer than some who do got the same blood.
Exactly. So, it's very important to have family. I don't care who makes up your family. I don't care how it might not sit well with somebody else. If it works for you and y'all,
that's the family.
Yeah. I'd say with loyalty, it's expected, but not always consistent.
Ooh, that's heavy.
And like loyalty is mean it. And if you mean it, let it be unconditional. You know, I mean, as far as the love go, don't make it. I'm gonna say we can get real deep, but I'm gonna just say this. Understand, love is a word of action.
It's a verb.
Love is a word of action.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, understand that.
Yeah, you can show me you love me better than you can tell me.
In a nutshell.
You can show me you love me better than
in a nutshell.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Mo City Podcast. I'm Chuck, man. That's big VAR up in here. Man, before we get up out of here, man, we got a debate with Beck about to start in a minute. Leave my people, right? We got a certain audience of people. Like I said before we started, I try to make sure each conversation be inspirational. And so if you can, man, lead the people with something inspirational before we get out of here, fam.
All I'm gonna say to everybody, what I want to say to everybody is be genuine in everything that you do. Be sincere in your positive emotions. Like you have to don't feed people. Try your best not to. I mean, some things are intentional, some are unintentional. But try your best. If you're gonna be out here talking about positive vibes only and all this stuff, don't trend with it. Be serious about it. Be sincere. Please just be sincere about your positive vibes. Be sincere about your positive energy. Operate on high wavelengths. If I wake up every day and try to do something better than the day before. Whatever it is that you do, do it to your best ability. And I'm saying that to say, even if you're gonna be some undesirable or whatever, do it to the best. Yeah, because you don't want to confuse somebody and have them thinking that you're an all right person. Your intentions is, you know, in your head you being grimy. Be grimy to the fullest, so we won't confuse you with a good dude or a good female.
Straight up.
Whatever you do it to the max. Max out. I mean, because we understand it has to be this type of people and these type of people. Just do whatever it is that you do to the max. Be sincere about your positivity. You know, don't go out here deceiving people and tell, oh, your positive vibes on it, then you backbiting, you gossiping, you putting people down, you're not doing your best to help somebody out. I always take an opportunity to help somebody. I always take an opportunity to teach somebody something. We don't understand and we take for granted how great these things come back. You also have to understand you could do something real minute for somebody.
And that'd be huge for them.
And it'd be huge for them, and it returns huge to you.
For you, yes, sir.
I mean, in the same principle, like I always tell my kids, man, you can't get mad if you pass the first lick and you pinch me, and I turn around and I punch the shit out of you. You can't get mad at me because you did something messed up to me first, and you can't control my response. Control my attack, exactly, my defense, exactly. Yeah. But at the same time, you have to understand that works on a positive note too. You could do something, and it might be again, ask God for your guidance. And if God puts something on your heart and tell you to do something or move a certain way, be obedient to it, move that way. Because you might give somebody $10 a day, and then somebody might bless you with 10,000 next week.
And the way God be working, those blessings be tied together. Yeah, like you won't get the 10 bands if you don't give up the $100. You know what I'm saying? Like they be tied together. And I've learned in my life, bro, that when I know God gave me the vision and I purposely like don't act on it, like, man, I'm gonna quench that. I'm not gonna do it. I could see the challenges that come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chuck,
yeah, buddy.
Like, and I know the cause. Somebody else looks like, man, I don't know why that didn't happen. I do, bro.
Yeah.
I do, because y'all really, I be feeling like Jonah. Like y'all need to throw me off the boat, fam.
Come on.
You having that problem because I'm on the boat. You know what I'm saying? Throw me off the boat and your problem gonna go away. And I know it's because I didn't do what God asked me to do. You know what I'm saying? So you said something heavy right there, fam. Like
I like that.
Real spill,
I
bro.
like that Bible reference. That Jonah in the
Hey, look, I be in the word, bro. I be trying to, like I said, I try to walk in righteousness. I try to live in a way that at the end of the day, I want to hear well done. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear well done, and I want my family to join me. You know what I'm saying? And so the only way I can do that is if I move a certain kind of way and be the example for them. Exactly. Man, look, Vaughn said something earlier. I want to make sure y'all caught this. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this gem. He said it's the law of averages. You know what I'm saying? It's the law of averages. So if you keep on winning, don't be surprised when you take an L. It's the law of averages.
Come on,
and
man.
if you always taking L's, just know your W coming. Right, it's the law of averages. You got to stay consistent with it. That when you said that, I was like, bro, that was the light bulb over my head right there. The law of averages, man. Man, that's what's up, bro. I'm Chuck, man. That's Lavar Jenkins, BG stand up, man. Richmond stand up, Southwest stand up,
Townhomes for sure.
BGT, man. Shout out to all the homies, man. Man, it's been a pleasure chopping it up with you, fam. Man, it's been a pleasure chopping it up for you, bro. Like we got plenty of work to do. Tell your girl, get at me. You know, I build the websites.
Yeah,
that's my thing. And so
she trying to get me. Hers is live. Hers is live. She do her. She live.
Okay.
But you know, I just before we get out of here, man. Hey, I love y'all, man.
Give shout out to whoever you want to talk to.
When I tell y'all this on social media, I tell it to you in your face. Just like bad news, I'm going to give you the good news too. I love y'all, man. I appreciate everybody, past, present, and the ones that have yet to patronize anything that I have going on. Our time is coming. I'm not rushing you. You know, I plan on being here a while, you know. And as far as that, I want to shout out Zuda. I want to shout out D. Graves. I want to shout out my partner Adam, man. I want to shout out my boy Charlie Alirucci, man. You know what it is, man. I want to shout out my Stack Pack constituents, man. D, V, Skibo, Tool, everybody, man. You know, I love all y'all, man. Hey, man, everybody stay focused and everybody, you know, do what they supposed to do, man. And let's keep moving forward, man. We ain't got no breaks, no real views. We moving forward, man.
No breaks, no reviews. We moving forward, man. That's what it is, man. This has been a dope conversation, man. Another episode of the Mo City Podcast. That's Lavar Jenkins. Make sure y'all follow. You know what I'm saying? You see it on the screen, man. Go and follow, man. He gonna follow you back, man. And then while you're following, man, go and do the same thing. Like, follow, subscribe on all our channels. That's Mo Serious ENT on everything. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We'll follow you back, man. Till next time.
Mo City the movie. Check them out.
So look, we're gonna drop this plug since you brought that up, man. Mo City the movie soundtrack. The premiere was Sunday.
Right.
The premiere was dope. We sold out 2 shows.
Still stream it. Download whatever. Hey, man.
Hey, so it'll be hitting Tubi in the fall. That's coming. It's hitting Tubi in the fall. We're finna do another pop-up out here. That's coming soon. I just talked to the premiere about that. But Mo City the movie soundtrack. That's gonna be available right now. So go anywhere you stream music at, Apple, Spotify, iTunes. Man, it's 19 songs, man. Shout out to Smurfzilla. Shout out to
Smurf.
Man, shout out to Smackwater, man. Shout out to BG No and J Smitty.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they got songs on there, man. Shout out to D-Lo. Shout out to Higher KO.
Hey, little bro Marcus, DeLorean. Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Keep mashing, man.
Hey, so the soundtrack out right now, bro. Appreciate that plug. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Go get that, man. And until next time, we out, bro.